right. Our next question says, is Mike delusional? Why would he plan a date with someone without getting confirmation that they were coming? I think we touched on this already. Hell yeah, he's delusional. You know, he's been spoiled his whole life. You know, he hasn't had to learn from his lessons and grow from his life experiences. He goes crying to mom, and mom makes everything work out. So, you know, he's caught up in this. He's still a child. He's never had to grow up, essentially. He's had to get a job, but he's never had to grow up, you know? So yeah, I mean, when you've had the red carpet rolled out for you for every occasion, you don't know what no sounds like. You don't even, when you hear no, it's like, okay, so what time are we going? You know, like, you know, so I think Mike is very delusional, but his delusion is his reality. So we call it delusion, but he can't see that for himself, you know? So like Alicia said, these are things that he needs to happen to give him a wake-up call and be like, oh, I'm not the shit like I thought I was. Oh, I'm not that guy. I'm not him. Mother, have you been lying to me all the time? You know, and then might go give her the ones and twos because she's been telling him lies. I don't know. Okay, I'm going too far.
Yeah. When and like them their whole life, when the world and work that they think that it should, they on this. I'm about to start having over here. Alicia, did you answer? No.
Well, yes and no. Like with the last one, when I was like, yo, you haven't even called her yourself to confirm all this. So, yeah, that is the word, actually. Delusional. That's what I was trying to say. I'm like, you just was too sure that she was coming without even talking to her and asking her. Yeah. So that's that's my answer. He's definitely delusional.
Mike was because I don't go nowhere, you know, where I'm not wanted, not invited. You don't do that, you know. We have a lot of people. They do like that. I've heard say things like, sometimes you just have to lead people where you want them to go. You know, sometimes you just have to make the plan, and like she'll show up, she'll cut you out or whatever. She's there, so just make the date, and she'll. And he's really banking on Rose, the charm, and that he has, and you know, the muscles and the face card. He was really banking like, this is what we need. We need to sit down at this table at a romantic spot and see. I came home, my heart with you. You know, check around. You know, he's sleeping around. He's dating openly. Anybody, I'm telling everybody, hey, you're out. He's delusional. He's not time or the energy to get her right way or to respect her, because all you can do is shoot your shot. And if that person, we have journey as far and go to get on the journey, and it's over. You have some all you get, so you better make it your best, because I'm looking for my different round. I don't even believe that. I believe once you leave, close the door behind you. Don't mock people like Mike. The question is yours.
All right. Okay. Alrighty. I dated a man in the past who would treat me poorly and offer gifts to compensate for my hurt. Do you think Mike learned this behavior from one of his parents? Possibly. He got it from somewhere. Somebody raised him. So, yeah, and I know me and Karina have talked about this. Like, I've dealt with somebody, not just like dating, but I mean, just, certain people. Yeah, me and Karina, where they don't apologize or try to correct the behavior or do anything. It's just like, yeah, I did this to you. Or they won't even acknowledge that. They'll just do what they do to you, and then, oh, okay, well, I'm going to buy you this, or I'll buy you lunch, or I'll buy you this, and now everything's okay because I bought this and you accepted it. So you accepting it means that you accepted this behavior. And you're opening up the door for, this to happen again. And so he could have learned that from his parents. But yeah, that's a whole nother, that's like a whole nother issue. Somebody that, I'm trying to think of the word, what it would be to describe that type of person to do that. Never take accountability for what they do, and just here's a gift. Now shut up. Yeah, that's I'm not sure where he got it, but like I said, somebody raised him. He got it from somewhere. But it's a nasty habit. It's a very nasty behavior. The word will probably come to me as you guys, give your answer, but there's a word I'm trying to think of to describe that type of person.
Do you think Mike learned this behavior from his parents? I don't know. We don't know too much information about his parents. We haven't heard much about his dad. But, we did know that his mother spoiled him to a fault. But, when you're a child, you have your community at large, so even those circles that Mike's mother allowed him to be in or put him in as a child, he was presented with other men and mentors that taught him and showed him how to become this whole animal. And, usually when you're in these high societies, we've seen on many of these TV shows, because of course we don't know personally, but I mean, we have a little idea, because I feel like the church can be the same way. We'll leave that there. But when you're in these societies, you have examples, you have these mentors coming to you. Oh, well, this is how you treat a man. This is how you treat a woman. And if he don't act right, you do this. And if she don't act right, you do that. So I'm pretty sure that these men, whether it was in Rose City or otherwise, grooming Mike, showing him, oh, this is how you treat a woman. When she gets out of line, you do this, you do that. If she don't listen, I've had, somebody that I previously journeyed with told me that I wasn't obedient enough. And, he asked me something. No, he didn't ask me anything. I gave my opinion on something, and he's like, oh, I didn't ask you anything. If I don't ask you anything, you don't speak. You don't say anything unless I've asked you a question, and then, he even at one point said, well, I'm not allowed to come home. And when I learn how to be obedient, then I'll have a place to stay. So you have men in certain circles, they've been groomed and taught to think a certain way and to treat women a certain way, that, women are there to serve, to please you. And there's no other place for her. If she's not serving you, if she's not feeding you, if she's not bending over for you, she's not having your babies, then she's of no use to you, And so, I feel like even if it wasn't his parents showing him that, he still had a lot of mentors and people in his circle that were showing or teaching and grooming him of what they thought he should become and what a woman is worth.
A bit vocal. At the time with that person, because baby, he would have got it. All right. I saw him his face. It's like, word? Okay. You said you can't come home. All right. You won't have a home to come back either. They'll be out there investigating. I'll tear everything. And that's right, baby. That's a guarantee. Alicia, your thoughts on this question?
It was my question. Yeah, I already answered. It's your turn, ma'am.
What? Remember, okay, I'm here. I believe that Mike is a reflection of his community. I think he's a reflection of what I've been. That's why it's dangerous to allow people around the BS, not called to be too, it's just, I'm just going to try. I'm not going to be calm about it. Sometimes you just have to gut the whole thing up and just tear it up. You know what I mean? I think maybe parents, and I think like even better, just your whole way that you're being taught as a young. So yes, I definitely think that Mike Delusional has come from the he has seen. He's married a wonderful life, and he doesn't have much to work for it. And how dare a woman of day? How dare a woman not show up for beautiful and after you spent mommy's. He's to rebel, and the dogs come ready to eat, but it's like, it's a new day, baby, and you're like, and this is a reflection. This is a the kitty. This is people like his parents think this is how he's been. Because if my son's dogs like out and then thought that he was gonna play this room today and she didn't show and leave her, I'd be like, are you crazy? Like, I'd help tune him up, right? I would have to help get him straightened out. I think I'd go and tell him how to get. I'll be like, I'm so ungrateful. I mean, she should be even want her at this age. I mean, she's getting older now. So I just help him. I think his father would be more like, well, worry about you and you can have 15 other ones. I mean, don't worry about that. I mean, you're a good guy. You'll get something else. And his mother would be somewhere, Sandy and her daughter. Just so yeah, he's not getting help accountability through this or the or women that matter, because we help. All right, so this was a big moment for Mike. He tried to reconnect with Malia, and it ended up being a nightmare. Do you think he will believe Malia put Chan up to this as an act of revenge for how he treated her? Oh, I definitely believe wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I think I just had a funny thought. I was like, Mike's going to be the next one to show up at Malia's shop going off, going crazy, like April did. Like, how dare you? But yeah, I definitely think he is going to think that Malia put Chan up to this. But Mike is conniving, I feel like. So I also feel like he's going to look into Chan's background and then try to use that against him to make Malia see Chan for who he really is and why she should come back home to Big Daddy, to Prince Michael, you know. Yeah.
Come back home. Yeah, I'll dust you off.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
Lord be offense. I'm gonna read it again. Do you think he will believe? He may have. Or he may believe that. You know, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that Malia doesn't know what Chan is doing. For all he knows, you know, she could have been like, you know, this guy is bothering me, and you know, I need you to take care of this boo, and you know, yeah, he may. It wouldn't be like out the question. Like that would definitely be like, oh, okay, so she did this, try to get back at me. She gonna send her boyfriend to come and humiliate me, instead of, you know, her coming. He expected her. He was so sure that she was gonna show up, and instead of showing up, not even homeboy himself, he sent some associates. Like this dude means business. You know, Mike's like, oh, okay, this is a whole organization right here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it wouldn't be, he's wrong, but he wouldn't be, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be out the question that he would think that Malia sent Chan or put Chan up to doing this for her, you know, especially since she's, you know, talking to him and they going around town and basically seen together, and you know, it's not a secret that they're together. So for them to be together, or no, they're kind of still in the talking stage, but yeah, he would think, I would think that if it was me, if I'm expecting a dude and instead of the dude, you know, his homegirls show up and slam me into a table, I'll be like, oh, okay, so that's how he feel about me. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, he would think that. I don't think that because, you know, I'm reading the story, but he would think that. I would think Mike would think that. So